Dramatic video just in from Moscow. Police have arrested the most prominent opponent of President Vladimir Putin just as nationwide protests got underway. Alexei Navalny being taken away. He's the one who called today's protests. They're against the March 18th presidential election. Navalny was banned from running. Putin is widely expected to win a fourth term. The CBC's Chris Brown is in Moscow and joins us now. So, Chris, it's a crowded, noisy place where you are, but what is the significance of what we're seeing today?
Well, the fact that Navalny was arrested, not a surprise at all, really. He's had a number of these events over the last year or more, and every single time they seem to end the same way with him getting arrested. Perhaps what was interesting this time was a bit of the cat and mouse that went on leading up to it. Police began the day. They actually used a metal tool to break into one of his campaign headquarters and took the team of YouTubers off the air that was actually broadcasting, trying to rally people to come out. They actually ended up breaking down 3 different doors in order to try to get to him today. But as you saw in the video, the arrest actually came just down the street from here, down Tverskaya. This is one of the main roads heading into downtown Moscow. I can see the spires of the Kremlin just off to my left, so it's not that far away. And he was on his way here to Pushkinskaya, which is one of the major gathering spots in this city. The crowd now obviously thinning out quite dramatically. At its peak, there were several thousand people here, all coming out, all waiting for Alexei Navalny to come and talk to them about the whole purpose of this rally, which is to try, in his words, to try to suppress the vote. They are calling the election in March a sham because Mr. Navalny has been denied a chance by Russian authorities to take part in this. He has emerged as Vladimir Putin's most vocal, sharpest critic, alleging widespread fraud and corruption at the highest levels of the Kremlin. The Kremlin has constantly said, well, he's irrelevant. He doesn't matter, only has 2% or so of support in Russia, and yet at the same time, we've seen them take very invasive and intensive efforts to try to shut down his message, from arresting many of his supporters. Even today, the show of police force and military, quite intimidating. Hundreds and hundreds of police officers in riot gear still here, still on the lookout. Nonetheless, this protest went ahead. And I'm sure at the end of the day, Navalny's team will feel pretty good about it, even though the head of it is in jail. He still did get several thousand people out to this event. And the whole purpose of this was to try to show the Kremlin that Navalny and his supporters are a force to be reckoned with, even if they're not on the ballot going into this election in March.